So there's a big shift happening with YouTube right now, which touches on the fundamental goal of a content creator. Now I know that does sound kind of vague, so let me break it down here in 3 simple parts, with first establishing the big catalyst for why this whole change is even happening in the first place, which is the rapid explosion of shorts. Because everyone is seeing these short channels gain millions of subscribers and millions of views extremely easily, and so from the outside it may seem like they're seeing massive growth, popularity, and success, but the truth is that they're not really successful at all. Because the views that these channels get come from people who will even forget that they watched their short once it's over, which means that although they have subscribers and are generating some revenue from ads from YouTube views, they actually struggle to generate revenue in any other way. And this is mainly due to the fact that nowadays, especially because of shorts, the subscriber count and the view count are not true representations of how many people actually care about the creator. And so this whole thing kind of starts to diminish the value of a subscriber. And in today's state of content, where the biggest creators are starting to run their channels, not just like a YouTube channel, but also like a formal business, direct ads on YouTube is starting to become a lower part of how creators generate income. So the overall message of this first point here is that views and subscribers are now not the optimal metric for determining if you're seeing real success, since they're being inflated by not only shorts but also things like AI and people who have found ways to kind of speedrun gaining views and subscribers. And this is why I said the meta is starting to shift, because what some creators are starting to focus more on now is actually the quality of a viewer rather than the channel's numbers. So quality of a viewer, what does this mean? Well, that's actually the second big point here, because the structure in which someone runs their channel will look totally different depending on whether they're targeting quality viewers versus viewers in general. Because someone going for quality viewers will focus more on trying to create a community rather than just maximizing for views. And this might mean they get less views per video, but in return, they get more value per viewer. And as an example, you can think of a quality viewer as someone who tunes into a streamer every single day and is always typing on chat, while a viewer in general can be thought of as just any person who casually watches whatever's trending. And so from a monetization standpoint, the creator who has 100,000 quality subscribers actually has a higher chance of turning it into a real successful business rather than the creator with 1 million casual subscribers, because those 100,000 quality subscribers will be more willing to invest into a new venture their creator takes on, even though at the end of the day, one channel has 10 times the amount of followers than the other. So the bottom line, and the third big point here, is that if your goal with YouTube right now is to chase more views and subscribers, you might want to rethink that, because as more time goes on, I think the metrics such as the amount of subscribers and views will start to correlate less with how much you can actually earn as a creator. Because about a decade ago, yes, most channels relied on YouTube's ads for revenue, but I mean, nowadays there's sponsors, shopping, affiliate marketing, personal products, paid membership, and there's also a lot more coming according to YouTube themselves. So if you want to see more success, you should probably start caring more about building community rather than building viewership. And so that's really the big shift that we're seeing here. But thank you for watching. That's it for me. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.